It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a straight up wrap. That's the series right there. Trae Young sends the Knicks packing. He takes them down at the Garden. Oh my God. This man dropped 36 points tonight. He dropped 36 points tonight. I'm blaming Knicks fans for this. I'm blaming the Knicks fans. You guys started this nonsense in game one for no reason. Why would you piss the man off? Why would you piss the man off? You don't know what you guys started. Y'all deserve to get beaten 5 games because y'all wanted to talk bad about Trae Young. So he showed you what he was about. This man didn't even play that well at home in Atlanta for games 3 and 4. But at the Garden, this man averaged over 30 points. 30 in game 1, 32 in game 2, 36 tonight. Over 30 points at the Garden. Spike Lee brought a bunch of celebrities and they sat down there and watched their Knicks get embarrassed as Trae Young sent them home. I really wish I would have got one last look at Spike Lee's face as he watched his team go home. But honestly, it's the fans' fault. It's the fans' fault partly. Because at the end of the day, it's your fault for pissing off Trae Young. I don't know if he was going to play like this beforehand, but as soon as you guys started talking trash about him, he decided to wake up and he played. He played. But in actuality, the reason you guys lost, if I was to point at one person specifically, Julius Randle would be the most person. Now, of course, you can also look at RJ Barrett. He did not play well in this series either. But Julius Randle was supposed to be the guy for the Knicks. He was supposed to be that guy, and he wasn't. And because he wasn't that guy, the Knicks had no chance to win this series. Julius Randle had his best game today. He dropped 23 points. He was still very inefficient shooting from the field. He struggled to shoot the ball today. But this was still his best performance. And he shot under 50%. I believe it was like 37% from the field today. He wasn't great, but it was still his best performance. That speaks volumes. What are you going to do if Julius Randle isn't giving you much? His best performance was tonight, and there was nothing else to do. Too bad no one else really came to try and help him here today. Even though he wasn't great, someone else would have potentially stepped up and played well. Maybe you guys could have forced the game 6. But what are you going to do when Trae Young's just disrespect you like that? Man, towards the end of this game, Trae Young was absolutely disrespected. He was getting his revenge on this team. And you guys absolutely deserve it. Because you had no right to talk bad on Trae Young for no reason. He didn't do anything to you guys. Where did the hate start from? Why did you guys chant that? Guys, I understand. First time in the playoffs since 2012? You guys were happy. Playoff games were happening in the Garden. I understand that. I completely understand that. I understand the joy. But there was no reason to get disrespectful towards Trae Young because you woke up a beast. Trae Young not only did you guys dismantle your team in your house, but he also proved a narrative that was just going along with him in his career. This whole narrative that Trae Young just puts up empty stats. He can't carry his team to anything, not even a playoff win. People really didn't think Trae Young would ever take this Hawks team to the playoffs. They thought he was just a guy that was going to average like nearly 30 points a game, and it was just going to be a bunch of empty stats. All he can do is score. That's it. No one believed he can win anything significant. No one thought he could even get this team to the playoffs and win a series. Yet, look what he did. He got his team to the playoffs and averaged nearly 30 points the entire series. When he played in the Garden, he averaged over 30 points. So, he did his thing. He got his revenge against these Knicks fans that wanted to talk bad on his name. And he showed that he can actually help lead his team to something significant. And his stats aren't just a waste. Okay? They're not useless. They actually impact the game. He does make an impact in the game. And he can lead his team towards something successful. Now, when they get into the second round, I don't know what that's going to mean. I think the Hawks have a good chance against the Sixers, specifically because Embiid, you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know if he's going to be healthy or not. You don't know, and we already know he's suffering from an injury, which is why he didn't play tonight. By the way, Washington went out sad. Washington definitely went out sad. Another first-round loss for Russell Westbrook. I know the haters are going to hate on him. And another year of Bradley Beal's career wasted. But hey, you know what? They fought. They weren't even expected to make the playoffs. And they fought their way here to get into the play-in tournament. And then they got into the playoffs. And they took on the Sixers and did everything they can. They threw everything they could at them. It wasn't enough. They at least got a game. I can't ask more from this Wizards team because it's literally Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal, and pretty much mostly young players, maybe one or two other veterans who are just like journeymen. But like it's just Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal, and a couple young players. What more can I ask from those two? They did what they could. But yeah. So the Hawks will be moving on to the second round. Same night, the Sixers will be moving on to the second round. And now you're going to have a Hawks-Sixers matchup. It should be interesting. I don't exactly know how the Hawks are going to do against the Sixers. But once again, it all comes down to Joel Embiid's health. If he's not where he needs to be and he misses significant time in this series, the Hawks have a good opportunity to potentially win this series and launch themselves into the Eastern Conference Finals. Who knows what's going to happen, but hey, I give Atlanta a shot, and with the way Trae Young's been playing, I mean, if you can give them an opportunity like that, who knows? Though I will say if Embiid's healthy, which is going to be difficult to see, but if Embiid's healthy and he's playing well, Sixers are going to the conference finals, no question. They're going to the conference finals. Hawks are not going to beat them if Embiid's healthy, but he's not, so who knows what's going to happen. But yeah, Sixers are moving on to the second round, and Hawks are moving on to the second round. As for the Knicks, I don't know what you're going to do with Julius Randle. Because, you know, he had a great season, was the most improved player, and then he gets into the postseason, and he looks, he just disappoints. I don't want to go too far, but he just disappoints. He did not live up to the expectations he set for himself by having the season he did. He went into the playoffs and laid an egg. He couldn't do anything. He was completely ineffective for pretty much the entire series. I don't know what else to tell you. I really don't know where the Knicks go forward in terms of Julius Randle. Maybe you look at it and say, you know what? It was his first time really being the guy for a team. He's never really truly been that guy for the team. Maybe it was just his first playoff series doing that, and he just wasn't ready for that level of responsibility. He kind of just, cracked under the pressure. Who knows? Maybe with more experience, he'll do better. So if the Knicks can get to the playoffs next year, maybe you'll see a better performance from Julius Randle. But who knows what the Knicks are going to do with them? I have no clue. So you guys figure that situation out. But yeah, Knicks, thank you for, making the playoffs. It's always nice to see the Knicks in the playoffs. It's always nice to be able to watch playoff games from the Garden. We love it. But you know what? It is what it is. You guys are going home. And yeah, that's what you fans get. Don't ever trash talk Trae Young for no reason. Like, it's different if he was disrespecting you guys and you guys retaliated, but, he didn't do anything. You started this in game one for no reason. And you woke a beast up and he decided to average 30 in your house. That's what y'all get. And he sent you home in a very, very brutal way. But it is what it is. With that being said, that's all I got. And now we got to go focus on the game of the night. Clippers, Mavericks, it should be fun. Peace out.